I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily. Hi, everyone. It's so awesome to be here with you all today for another great chat.
How are you doing this morning, Paul? You look like you have a ton of energy today.
I really do. I actually woke up super early today and went for a long walk outside before breakfast.
Oh, wow, an early morning walk? That's definitely new for you.
It really is. I usually just drink my coffee and stare at my phone in the morning, but I decided to change my routine a little bit today.
I love that. How did it feel to finally do something different?
Honestly, it felt amazing. The air was cool, the neighborhood was quiet, and it just gave me a really positive feeling for the rest of the day.
That's awesome. You know, it's funny you mentioned changing your morning routine today. It actually fits perfectly with what we are going to talk about.
Oh, really? What are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about making changes, because the truth is, if you don't change your life, nobody else will do it for you.
Wow, that's a very powerful statement, and it's something we all really need to hear sometimes.
Exactly. And if you stay with us until the end of this conversation, you'll learn some extremely natural ways to talk about your daily habits and how to explain the new goals you are working on.
I think that's super helpful because talking about our habits and routines is something we do in English every single day.
For sure. So, what made you decide to take that walk this morning? Was it a sudden idea?
Kind of. I realized last night that I was just doing the exact same thing every single day. Wake up, look at the screen, go to work. I felt a little bit stuck.
I totally understand that feeling. When we do the exact same thing every day, it's very easy to feel stuck in a loop.
Yeah, exactly. And I kept waiting for something to magically change. I thought maybe tomorrow I'll just wake up with more energy. But tomorrow is always just another day.
That's the big trap, right? We always say we will start tomorrow, or we tell ourselves we will start on Monday.
The famous Monday. Everything is supposed to start on a Monday. Diets, exercise, saving money, cleaning the house.
Yes, but Monday comes and we just do the same old things. That's why I love that you just woke up today and went for a walk. You didn't wait for a special day.
Thanks. It wasn't a massive change, just a 20-minute walk around the block, but it made me realize that I'm the only person who can actually change my morning.
That is the whole secret right there. If you want a different result in your life, you have to do something different. Nobody is going to come to your house and push you out the door.
Imagine if someone did that. Someone just knocks on your door at 6 in the morning and says, "Hey, Paul, it's time to change your life. Let's go."
That would be pretty funny, but it's not real life. In the real world, we have to be the ones to take that very first step.
Definitely. Taking that first step is usually the hardest part. What about you, Emily? Have you ever made a lifestyle change like that?
Oh, definitely. A few months ago, I realized I was eating at restaurants or ordering takeout way too often. It was bad for my health and really bad for my wallet.
Oh, yeah. Eating out all the time gets expensive so fast. You don't realize how much you are spending until you check your bank account.
It really does. And I kept complaining about it to my friends. I would say, I really need to save money. But then I would order a pizza 2 hours later.
We all do that. It's so much easier to just tap a button on your phone and order food when you are tired after a long day of work.
Exactly. But one day I just looked at my monthly expenses and said, okay, Emily, if you don't stop doing this, nobody is going to save your money for you.
So, what did you actually do? Did you just stop eating out completely?
I decided to start small. I told myself I would only cook dinner at home from Monday to Thursday. On the weekend, I allowed myself to relax a bit and order food.
That's a great idea. Starting small is usually much better than trying to change everything in one single day.
Yeah, it really works. When you try to change your entire life all at once, it's just too difficult. You get stressed out and give up after a week.
I know that feeling perfectly. I tried to go to the gym every single day last year. I think I lasted about 4 days.
See, that's way too much pressure. You went from 0 days at the gym to 7 days. That's a huge jump for anybody.
It was a terrible idea. My body was so sore I couldn't even walk up the stairs comfortably. I completely gave up on fitness for a month after that.
That's exactly why your 20-minute walk this morning is perfect. It's a small change, but it's a real step in the right direction.
I think so too. It builds your confidence. When you do one small thing successfully, you feel like you can do another small thing tomorrow.
Absolutely. It creates a new habit, and habits are really what build our lives. Our life is essentially just a collection of our daily habits.
That is so true. If you have good habits, you generally have a good life. But bad habits can just drag you down and make you feel tired all the time.
And a lot of times we stay with our bad habits because they are very comfortable. We really love our comfort zone.
Oh, the comfort zone is a beautiful place. The couch is soft, the TV is on, the pizza's warm.
Yes, it feels incredibly safe, but nothing grows in the comfort zone. If you want to learn something new or improve yourself, you have to leave it.
Like learning a new language, for example. Watching videos in English, practicing listening, trying to speak, it takes real effort. It's not always completely comfortable.
Exactly, but if you do it consistently, it starts to feel normal. Speaking of habits, if you are enjoying this conversation, making a habit of watching our videos is a fantastic idea.
Oh, that's a perfect habit to start today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment below. It really helps us out a lot.
Yes, please do. And maybe share this episode with a friend who is also trying to change their life and improve their English. You guys can grow together.
That's a wonderful point. Doing hard things with a friend makes it so much easier. You can remind each other to keep going when things get tough.
For sure. But ultimately, even with a great friend supporting you, you still have to do the work yourself. Nobody can learn English for you.
Right. A teacher can show you the words, and a friend can practice with you, but your own brain has to do the heavy lifting.
That reminds me of a great phrase we used earlier in our chat. You said you felt stuck in a loop.
Yeah, getting stuck is a terrible feeling. It basically means you are not moving forward in life. You are just staying in the exact same place every day.
It's a very common everyday expression. We use stuck when a car is in the mud and can't move, but we also use it for life situations.
Right, like I'm stuck in my job, or I'm stuck in this bad routine. It just means you really need a change.
And then we used another great phrase. We talked about how important it is to start small.
That's probably my absolute favorite advice. Start small simply means you don't do a massive change. You just do a tiny, easy change first.
Like your short morning walk, or me deciding to cook at home just 4 days a week instead of 7. It makes the goal actually possible.
Exactly. And another phrase that goes beautifully with that is take a step. We mentioned taking the first step.
Taking a step just means taking action. It's the physical movement toward your goal, rather than just thinking about it.
Yeah, you can't just think about walking outside. You actually have to put your shoes on and take a step out the front door.
It's all about leaving that comfort zone. That's another great expression we used quite a bit today.
The comfort zone is that situation where you feel completely safe and you don't have to work hard or feel nervous.
It's warm and cozy, but it completely stops you from changing your life. You really have to push yourself out of it to see results.
I feel like sometimes people use strange phrasing when they try to talk about these life changes in English, though.
That's very true. Sometimes the grammar gets a little confusing when we translate directly from our native language in our heads.
For example, someone might say, "I make a new life." I understand what they mean, but it sounds a bit unnatural, right?
Yeah, it sounds a little too dramatic for an everyday conversation. Instead of "I make a new life," native speakers usually just say, "I'm making a change."
I'm making a change. That sounds so much better. It's simple and it sounds very real and conversational.
Definitely. Another one I hear fairly often is, I have to exit my comfort.
Oh, right. We don't usually use the word exit like that. It's much more natural to say, I need to step out of my comfort zone.
Exactly. Step out of my comfort zone. It uses that word zone, which is the natural way Americans say it.
And what about when people say, I want to break my bad things? That always sounds a little funny to me.
Yeah, we usually call those bad things habits, so we naturally say, I want to break a bad habit.
Right. You don't break a bad thing, you break a habit, like breaking the habit of watching too much television before bed.
It's so much smoother when you use the natural conversational words. It makes you sound very confident and relaxed.
Let's actually put these words into a real situation. Imagine two friends are having coffee and one of them wants to change their career.
Oh, I like that scenario. I'll be the friend who is unhappy with work, and you can give me some solid advice.
Perfect. I'll start us off. Hey, Emily, you look a little tired today. Is everything going okay at work?
Honestly, no. I do the exact same thing every day, and I'm just so bored. I really feel stuck in this job.
That's tough to hear. Have you thought about looking for a new position somewhere else?
I think about it all the time, but I'm just scared to make a change. My current job is easy, and it's my comfort zone.
I totally get that. But if you don't change your life, nobody will. Why don't you start small?
Start small? What do you mean by that? You want me to just look at one job posting a day?
Exactly. Just take a step. Spend 10 minutes tonight looking at companies you like online. You don't have to quit your job today.
You're right. 10 minutes isn't too hard. I really need to break this habit of just complaining and doing nothing about it.
That's the spirit. Once you take the very first step, the second step is always a little bit easier.
And scene. That was a really natural way to use all of those common expressions together in a normal chat.
It really was, and it shows that you can talk about serious life choices without using super complicated formal English words.
That's the main goal. We want you to sound like a real person having a real conversation with a good friend.
So, to everyone listening today, what is one small step you can take right now? Let us know down in the comments.
Yes, we would absolutely love to read about your small changes. Don't wait for tomorrow, and please don't wait for Monday.
And remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so we can keep making these fun conversations for you every week.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Have a great week making changes, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.